Look, don't be having these people on the internet lie to you and tell you entrepreneurship is easy, because it's not easy. It's easy to start. I mean, anyone can just come up with an idea and use ChatGPT and create an ebook and get that launched. It's easy to start, sure. You can start a business in 30 minutes. But entrepreneurship is hard because in order to actually sell what you're trying to sell, you have to be consistent. That means you have to be consistent even when you're not making money. That means you have to be consistent even when you're too tired. That means you have to be consistent even when life lifes. That means you have to be consistent even when you're not getting views. That's hard. Do you know how hard it is to show up every single day and not make a dime? Do you know how hard it is to show up every single week and you don't even know if you're going to have enough money to pay your rent? Do you know how hard it is to show up and people aren't even watching your content? Zero view after zero view after zero view after zero view. And then you still keep going? Do you know how many people would quit? Do you know how many people would just say, F this, let me start a different business? That's hard. That is hard. Like, it's not easy. You have to become a totally different person to endure entrepreneurship. And again, I tell y'all this all the time. I don't think anything that I'm doing is something that someone else can't do. Like, I truly believe that. But in order to actually get it done, you're going to have to change who you are. I don't think my talking points are any more special than anyone else's talking points. We all have an opinion. I just voice mine on the camera. But in order to stay consistent with it, and y'all know this isn't the only business that I run, you gotta self-develop. This self-development is crazy. Like, I've been doing this for 6 years. I'm coming up on my 6-year anniversary in June of 2026. I started during COVID. And it's crazy because I remember putting in that 2-week notice and it felt good and liberating for the first 2 hours. But then reality set in and I was like, oh shit, oh shit. What the fuck did I just do? Oh shit, now I got to figure out how to make some money. And here I am 6 years later doing the same thing. But I'm nothing like who I used to be. And listen, I used to be inconsistent, completely. What was consistency? In my mind, consistency was if I felt like it, which is why I wasn't getting shit done. But entrepreneurship is hard. And then people think you have all this time as an entrepreneur. But it's crazy because you don't. I actually work more hours than I did at my 9 to 5. Yeah, I make more, but I also work more. Every day, I'm literally sitting here trying to think, when have I had a full day off? And to me, a full day off means I didn't post anything. I didn't respond to no messages. I didn't create any content. I didn't check in with no assistants. I literally did absolutely nothing that had to do with making money in some way, shape, or form. I don't think I've had those days. I've always done something. Now, yes, some days may be lighter than others. I allow myself, especially these past 2 years, I've allowed myself to decompress. I've allowed myself to be okay with, you know what, I'm just not feeling creative today. So instead of forcing content, I'm going to go do back end stuff, right? Even though, let's say that particular day was scheduled as a content day, I will allow myself that grace. But I still did something on the back end. I still posted because I batch record content. So there's always something to post or repost. I still respond to students, or I'll still check in with my OnlyFans. Like, I still do stuff. There's never been a day that I've had off, not even on Christmas. And it's just like, that's what comes with it. And it's unfortunate how a lot of times, like on Instagram and stuff, people just don't tell you that. And so then I'm thinking I'm crazy because I'm like, I ain't going to these lavish vacations. I ain't doing none of that. Like, what's going on here? But that's just because they're leaving that part out. They are literally leaving that part out because it's not as glamorous. And they know that if they tell the truth about how entrepreneurship really is, most people will count themselves out before they even count themselves in. And it's just like, yeah, it's hard. It takes a special type of person, and it's not about talent or skill. It's just because it takes a special type of person who's going to be willing to endure the struggle. Like, the amount of times I have felt like I wasn't good enough at something, like that feeling will eat at you. It will literally eat at you, especially when you want something so bad. Especially when you're not getting the results that you feel entitled to. I tell you, we all have senses of entitlement in some aspect. And for me, I felt entitled to the results that I wanted in the time frame in which I wanted them, or which I felt entitled to them. And it's like, you really do have to change your mindset. You really do have to change everything about you, or you won't get through it. You will quit. You will go out of business. Like, that's what will happen. That's guaranteed. It is guaranteed that you will quit if you don't learn how to endure struggle. It is guaranteed that you will quit if you don't know how to regulate your emotions and get yourself in check and quickly. Like, to be a decent entrepreneur, you can't just sit there and wallow. You can't just sit there and cry. You better be planning while you crying. I can't make this up. Do you know how many times I have been crying, wiping my eyes while still setting up, getting ready to go live? Like, I cannot make this up. Do you know how many times I was moving around my apartment trying to get myself together to take pictures while I'm crying because I'm upset with not getting the results, or I'm scared because I haven't made money and now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to pay my bills. Like, do you know how many times that has happened? And you still have to keep moving. You can't just sit on the couch and just take 2 weeks off and feel sorry for yourself. Not if you want to eat. Because I learned sitting on the couch and feeling sorry for yourself ain't gonna pay them bills. So go ahead and cry. I'm all for sitting in your emotions. That's the only way you're gonna grow. You can't run from your emotions. You have to feel it. But while you're feeling that sadness, girl, you better be moving. You better be figuring out what video topics you're gonna talk about today, because we got stuff to do. Because just sitting there and feeling sorry for yourself and throwing pity parties, that's not gonna fix this problem. And the problem is, girl, you need money. So what are we gonna do? It takes a special type of person who gonna be able to talk to themselves like that and get it together and quickly. And most people, unfortunately, they don't have it. Not that they couldn't get it. I think anyone could develop that. But in order to develop that, well, now you got to let go of fear. Now you got to have some confidence, because you got to be like, I don't think this is going to work, but we going to move anyways. You're going to have to be somewhat confident to move like that. That's just the truth. You're going to have to be some type of strong in order to keep pushing. You're going to have some type of resilience, you know? Otherwise, you're not going to push. You're going to be like, shit, let me go ahead and apply for these jobs because I don't know. It take a special person that knows they ain't got not a dollar to their name. And instead of putting in 8 hours trying to file or, fill out job applications, they on live for 8 hours trying to sell their product. And someone still ain't buy it yet. So now you gonna push 10 hours. You gonna make it work. I can't make that up. Entrepreneurship is not easy. By far one of the hardest things I ever did. And the truth is, it's hard. It is hard. Entrepreneurship is hard. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the morning show.